What's up guys, hope you all are well. Welcome back to KopKing Talks, your number one source into all Liverpool transfer rumours. So guys, welcome back. It's been about 4 or 5 months now since my last post on the series, and it's that time of the season again. Transfer season, silly season is almost here, almost upon us. And today I thought let's go through all the potential signings or potential targets that Klopp could go for now in January. Klopp has indicated that he's more than willing to do business. He's actively looking at the market right now, and he's known to be keen to do business in this January window. And especially now after Sadio Mane will be going off to the African Cup of Nations, Liverpool are going to be left desperately short up top. And also with the injury to Danny Ings, that means Jurgen Klopp will have to move in the market, and it will be quite exciting times to see who he will get, but only time will tell. But guys, if you do enjoy this type of video, please remember to smash the thumbs up. It really does mean a lot to me. So let's get straight into it. So let's start off with our outgoings. Our only potential outgoing of this window is Mamadou Sakho. Mamadou Sakho has long been on the list to be axed from the side after falling out with Jurgen Klopp in pre-season, and since then, he's never come back the same. Jurgen Klopp has said, listen, he has no future at Liverpool. He needs to be moved on. And he tried desperately to sell him in the last window, even to loan him in the last window. Mamadou Sakho was not having any of it. And then all of a sudden, he threw his toys out the cot. And that kind of spelled the end for his Liverpool career. And Jurgen Klopp was now known to be wanting him to leave the club. And there are potential suitors, but of late, West Brom have apparently turned down the chance. Apparently Stoke City have turned down the chance. So Mamadou Sakho doesn't have that many options. I think Liverpool will try to recoup most of the fee that they paid of the £16 million to PSG. So I think a transfer roughly in the range of like 10 to 12 million, I think Liverpool could get business done. I don't think Liverpool really care where he goes except maybe to a direct rival. But other than that, I think Mamadou Sakho will not be at Liverpool come the end of January. Now on to our potential signings. So, like I said, Sadio Mane will be leaving for the African Cup of Nations, and Liverpool are desperately short for a wide man, a front man, and our attacking force is looking very, very thin right now. So there have been a few potential transfer targets, and the main target that has been spoken about has been Christian Pulisic. We know that Pulisic is the top of his wish list come this window, and he'll try anything possible to make it happen. So the fee that is reported is roughly £20 million. And for me, £20 million for a 17-year-old is extremely steep. But once again, like I said last window, is that if Jurgen Klopp wants the player that badly, who are we to judge and say, nah, don't spend that type of money, right? He obviously sees the potential in it, and also FSG will 100% back the deal. Pulisic is American, and FSG are an American-based company. So it kind of makes sense from a marketing deal, from a brand deal kind of perspective, that Pulisic does come to the club. So not just from a sporting perspective, from a financial perspective as well, for FSG it makes a lot of sense. And for me as well, it does also make a lot of sense. But the problem is he will have a lot of suitors. It's just now whether Jurgen Klopp can conclude the deal. There is though one stumbling block, and it is quite a large stumbling block, right? When Jurgen Klopp left Dortmund, there was a mutual agreement that he would not sign any player from Dortmund, and it was common knowledge that he would not come back to the club that he managed for 7 years and take any of their players. But that agreement could be highly tested now with Klopp really wanting Pulisic. I'm sure there will be some sort of deal, some sort of talk around it, but I do believe Dortmund would rather sell to Klopp than maybe to another team. So that could also work in our favor as well. But for me, guys, Pulisic is a very realistic target, and don't be surprised if we see bids being launched and him potentially coming to Liverpool. The next potential signing is Sardar Azmoun. He's 21 years old, he's an Iranian international, and he plays for Rostov. So I don't really know too much about him, and I try to watch a lot of scout reports on YouTube, etc. And what I saw was quite interesting. He's very, very good, very talented, and in the Champions League this season, he's torn big teams apart, right? Scored crucial goals in the Champions League as well this season. At 21 years old, he looks very accomplished. And for me, it does make quite a bit of sense, especially that Jurgen Klopp does want a forward. And he's got a lot of potential, young, a lot of room to develop. And especially under Jurgen Klopp, he likes to develop these talents and nurture these talents. And, you know, that's what he's about. Finding these raw talents and, you know, making them into world superstars. It does kind of make sense to me. And the fee reported is roughly £10 million, somewhere around there. And it does make a lot of sense, and I think it would be quite a decent signing. I don't really know that much about him. I have to be 100% honest with you guys. You know, if Klopp and his team see Azmoun as the perfect replacement for Mane, I'm happy. You know, I'll be happy. The next potential name coming into Liverpool is Quincy Promes. For me, guys, the Dutch international, I don't know, okay? Like I said before with Azmoun, I don't know much about him. The only place I do know much about him is on FIFA, and he's blitz. Very, very good on FIFA, but like that has no bearing on real life, obviously. So for me, I don't know that much about him. All I know is that Liverpool have scouted Promes, and we see him as a potential alternative to Sadio Mane when he does leave. And for me, it is the perfect replacement. He's fast, he's quick, he's strong as well, strong on the ball, and that's exactly what Mane brings to the side. So for me, that would be pretty much a like-for-like replacement, you know. And the thing is, for me, Klopp doesn't want to bring in someone who is going to start when Mane comes back, because obviously Mane needs to be starting. So he wants to sign someone who he can develop, but they're not going to be starting all the time. They'll be playing now and again, you know what I mean? So more of a squad player for the remaining 6 months of the year. I don't know if Quincy Promes would want that kind of role, especially now playing at Spartak Moscow. But you know what? I don't see who would turn down the chance to play for Liverpool, challenging for the top 4, challenging for the title, you know, and this is exciting times to be playing for a club like Liverpool, big stature, and I think it could happen. I really believe it could happen, but you know what? Who knows? The next potential signing as well is Virgil van Dijk. So Jurgen Klopp has been known to want a centre-back. Recent reports have said he's not interested in Virgil van Dijk. Why? I don't know. Van Dijk is quality. When he played against Liverpool 3 weeks ago, he bossed the game, really controlled that centre-back position extremely well. And he, for me, was the reason why they came away with the draw. He's big, he's strong, he's fast. What more do you need from a centre-half? Matip and Van Dijk together could be a magical partnership, a match made in heaven. But you know what? Apparently Jurgen Klopp doesn't want him. He does apparently have a 25 million buyout clause. It's steep for a defender, but we have paid 20 million pounds on Dejan Lovren, so why not pay that bit extra and get a lot more quality? For me, it's still a possibility. Maybe Jurgen Klopp's playing down the reports because he knows that there's going to be a lot of competition for his signing. Just possibilities, but you know, unfortunately, it looks like Jurgen Klopp is not interested. So the next defensive target comes in at left back. Sead Kosalanic, I don't know how you say his name, but the left back from Schalke, he is potentially going to be signing on a free. His contract does expire now at the end of June in 2017, and there are a lot of suitors for his signature. So there's Man City looking at a left back, there's Liverpool looking at a left back, and Schalke want to now extend his contract. So there's a lot of competition for his signing, and Liverpool could potentially sign him on a free now, and he'll only arrive next summer. And for me, the left back position is very problematic. I've heard raving reports about him, really looking good this season, strong on the ball as well, good in possession, and that's kind of what Jurgen Klopp wants from Milner. Good in possession as well, strong, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Defensively, Liverpool are very fragile, and I think Klopp needs to make some reinforcements, and Kosalanic is the perfect man. And for me, the best part about his potential signing is it's on a free, again from Schalke. Hopefully, Joel Matip can persuade him to come to Liverpool, just like he made the move. And you know what? I think we have a good bargaining power there. And hopefully this move can come off. But you know what? It's all up in the air at the moment. He could stay. He could go to Man City on a free. Could come to Liverpool. We don't know. So out of all those targets, for me, the most realistic is definitely Christian Pulisic and Sead Kosalanic. Those two, for me, are the most likely targets that Liverpool will be pursuing this window. Whether or not they both come, one comes, or neither, time will tell. But Klopp is definitely in the market for another player, attacking player. And you know what? I think he needs a signing. I really do. But we have to trust his judgment once again. But guys, that's it for this week. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, remember to smash a huge thumbs up. It really does mean a lot to me. Subscribe below if you haven't subscribed already. And I will catch you soon for another episode like this. So stay tuned because silly season is back upon our doorstep, and there'll be many more rumors to cover. Until next time, guys, I'll see you soon. See ya. Bye.